What's up, gang? RK Phoenix here. Have you ever worn a shoe? Yeah? Then you know there's many different kinds out there, from Converse to Nike to Adidas to whatever the fuck this is, and they're all different. Which is why today, we're gonna be talking about what the kind of shoe you wear says about you. Let's get right into it. Starting off with a banger. First up, we got the white Air Force Ones. Now, if these just ain't the biggest NPC shoes I've ever seen, I don't know what is. If you sent a robber or a thief blindfolded to a Taylor Swift concert or your local Apple store, they'd walk out of there with maybe 4 pairs of these. Everybody wears these shoes, dog. You cannot go out one day without seeing these. I'm convinced like half of the people who bought these shoes didn't even look at any other ones when they went into the Nike store. They just said, hello sir, I'd like those shoes. Aren't you gonna look at any other ones? Nah, those are fine. Have a personality! Next up, we have the other side of the same coin, the black Air Forces. The only reputation these shoes had is, I'm such a menace for wearing the black Air Forces. If you wear the black Air Forces, you're a menace. Please shut up. They're just shoes. And if you're walking into a shoe store acting like, I'm such a thug for buying the black Air Forces. Ha ha ha. Shut up, you sit alone at school lunch. Next up, we have Converses. If you wear Converses, you're either emo, scene, grunge, or whatever you'd like to call it. All I know is that you be wearing the baggiest clothes on planet Earth. When you wear these shoes, you really wear them. Your shoes are tired because there's a giant gaping hole at the bottom, your laces are gone, and the front of your shoes look like this.
What the hell? Oh my god.
What I'm gonna need you to do is walk your ass over to the nearest Payless shoe source and buy a new pair of those, because it's been like 15 years. Give them a rest. Next up, we got Vans. Now, these are a personal favorite of mine, and these are shoes either worn by skaters or guitarists. Maybe both. But if you are neither, you are a poser! Get out! Next up, we got Crocs. When it comes to being an NPC, you're no better than white Air Force people. These are just the most multi-purpose, all-in-one, 19-tool Swiss blade shoe you can go for, and a lot of people go for it. It's still not a bad shoe, they're comfy, but try going for something unique. Try going for something special, something sexy. Like the Shrugs, baby! Now this is a sexy shoe. The second you put these on your feet, you're becoming an instant bitch magnet. And don't think I forgot about the Lightning McQueezies. If you go outside in a place where there's women wearing these, it's gonna be like covering yourself in honey around a bee's nest. And just like honey, these shoes are sweet. Next up, we got the Tactical Skechers. These things reek of lawn clippings and Budweiser. These are worn by the type of people who go shoe shopping at Goodwill. These are the kind of people who do not give half of a shit about what brand their shoe is and just want something that A, covers their feet, and B, gets green from lawn clippings. These are a pretty dad shoe, but what if they just aren't dad enough for you? No matter how green they get from lawn clippings, they just never seem to go well with your ankle socks and your push broom mustache. Well, I've got the shoe for you, my friend. Introducing the Dad Sandals. Just looking at this picture, I can feel the itchiness from the Velcro on the back of my heel and the inevitable wetness of stepping into a puddle. These shoes are only worn by the type of people who go to a Mexican restaurant and at the end says, well kids, let's vamonos. If you're below the age of 40 and you unironically buy these intending to wear them, what are you even doing? You could have bought Jordans with that money! Holy shit, I've got some things to say about this boot. The Astro Boy boots. If you're the type of person to willingly spend like hundreds of dollars on this shit because, dude, it's Gucci Versace. I'm making a fashion statement. The only statement you're making is I got dressed in the dark today. Seriously, what are you doing spending that much money to dress like Astro Boy's autistic cousin, Astronomy Boy? Do better! Next up, we got these fucking, fish slides that I see almost nobody wear, except for this one dude in my high school who's a bitch. So I'm gonna just say it. These are the stupidest shoes I've ever had the honor of laying my eyes upon. Did you want to buy your shoes and accidentally turned left and went to a sushi restaurant? Just look at this fish. Next up, we got Heelys. These shoes are reserved for the coolest of cool kids. I never stop wanting these. You know what? I'm gonna buy a pair of these myself. Yeah! Next up, we got regular schmegular Jordans. While tactical Skechers are for people who care less about shoes than the average person, these are for people who care more about shoes than the average person. And that can range from being willing to spend $140 on shoes to, what? You do not need that many pairs of shoes! You only have 2 feet! Alright, I get it. Jordan 1s are freaking fresh. But when you're spending thousands of dollars for this shoe looks slightly different than this shoe. So it's totally worth spending 200 bucks for another one. Please get help and or a financial advisor. Next up, we have the barefoot enthusiasts. These are people who say most shoes, like, constrict our toes or something. Now, I have no idea if that's true or not, but there's basically 2 kinds of people who fall under this umbrella. There's people who actually want to look normal and blend in with society by wearing either these ugly-ass toe shoes or some more normal-looking ones. Then you got the, ugh, put your dogs away! Are you seriously gonna risk tetanus, bug bites, and getting ostracized from society so your toes can get stronger? Really? Take them ugly shits off and go put on some real shoes. Next up, we got slides. These are for people who hate thinking about putting on their shoes. And that's respectable. But what isn't respectable is how some of these slides be looking. These Yeezy slides low-key kinda ugly. How are you walking around with Lego sharks on your feet? But these Nike slides, kinda nice. We don't talk about the slides. And one more thing, every person I know who grew up in a Mexican household has horrors related to La Chancla. A Mexican mother could snipe her child from 500 meters away with one of these things. I genuinely think it's considered a lethal weapon. Last, but definitely not least, we got these over-the-top ass emo boots. I'm sorry, but if your shoe has more buckles than your damn belt, you're doing too much. Just look at this. How long does it take you to get ready every morning? 5 a.m. Wake up. 6 a.m. Shower. 7 through 10 a.m. Put on boots. What if there's an emergency and those are the only shoes you have? Dude, get up, we gotta go. Hold on, I only have 32 buckles left. You are the exact opposite of slides people. This is how you get ready for school. Well, that's the end of the video. Let me know if it was accurate and if you enjoyed it. If you guys like this kind of content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And while you're at it, check out my other silly content and stay tuned for more. I'm RK Phoenix. Peace out.